Hello, this is John with Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. This is our first live auction. Hopefully you bear with us. I'm sure we will have a couple of hiccups here and there. For those of you who don't know, I am co-owner of Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. We named our auction. It came from the back room. For those of you who don't know, we have probably about 500,000 comics in storage right now. We have about 125,000 comics in our Walkersville location. For once the COVID restrictions are lifted, hopefully you guys come out here and see all the cool comics we've added into our inventory. Brainstorm has been in business since 1984. We've been serving the Frederick area. We are Frederick's original comic book and gaming shop. As I said, we've been in business for 36 years, serving all the local needs of the hobbyists in the area. We've been voted Frederick's Best for 8 years in running since 2013. Hopefully, 2021 we will be voted as well. So we're doing a couple of things in addition to an auction. One of them is we are giving away a copy of Immortal Hulk #1, which has an estimated value of $50 if we have 50 or more viewers. So definitely, once you guys show up, let us know that you're here. Say, hey, Brainstorm, how's it going? Or however you want to introduce yourselves. We have I think I have 11 or 12 lots to put up here today. Like I said, it runs the gamut of what's in there. So let's get started. So the first ones that we're putting up for auction are Daredevil Yellow 1 through 6 is the complete run.
1 through 6 is the complete run.
Oops, sorry. I had the wrong thing up there. As I said, there were going to be hiccups. So the first one is for Daredevil Yellow 1 through 6, and for Incredible Hulk 1 through 6. So if you want to place a bid on one of them, what we would like you to do is put the title that you're interested in and your opening or on your bid. We're going to start each one of these at $5. Daredevil Yellow and Hulk Gray are each written by Jeff Loeb with art by Tim Sale. So there's some echo. I will try and fix that. So Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale did both of these books. For those of you who don't know, they also worked on Batman: The Long Halloween and Dark Victory and Catwoman: When in Rome. So after they did that series, those series for DC, Marvel gobbled them up as they were hot creators at that time. They did a series of books called The Color Books. They did Spider-Man Blue, Captain America White, Spider-Man Blue. So sorry, I'm reading messages as well. These are retellings of different stories for the origins of these characters or early adventures of the characters. As I said, we have the starting bid of $5 on this one. All right. So we will try and fix the echo. I'm sorry about that, guys. I've always been a fan of Tim Sale's art. It has a cool watercolor sort of look to it. Let me know if the audio is fixed. I've been messing with the audio on here. I apologize for that. So for the auctions, we're going to try and keep it to like 2 minutes for each one, and then move on to the next one. So if anybody is interested in these two series, like I said, the first two are Daredevil Yellow 1 through 6, Hulk Gray 1 through 6. We'll move on to the next series. I shouldn't have. I don't have speakers broadcasting. Sorry guys, like I said, we're... Alright, I'll have to look into the double mic thing. I'm not going to lie, I had somebody help me set this up, so unfortunately they're not here right now. So unfortunately we'll probably have the double echo for the duration of this. And I apologize for that. Sorry, we're setting up the second... So we're setting up the second series of books for you guys. And let us know, are you guys looking for anything in particular? That way we know what you're looking for in the second one. That might be the problem then. Maybe I have to change the setting on the camera. If there's a volume on the camera, can you turn it off or turn it down? I don't know where it would be on it. So our second series of books, the first one is She-Hulk 1, 2, 4, 9, 15, 16, 17, and 18. She-Hulk is getting a Disney Plus series. Yeah, you make a bid. If you win the bid, we will ship it to you, or we will deliver if you live in the Frederick area. It's absolutely free for delivery. If you live outside the Frederick area, we're charging $5 for every 20 books that you win. Seemed like a pretty fair price, and I think we can keep it around that price point for shipping and everything. So the ones on the top shelf on this one are, like I said, the She-Hulk. She has a Disney Plus show coming up, so a lot of people are interested in that, very excited to see what happens with that. Some people are expecting it to be kind of like an Ally McBeal type series. For this one, we have an opening bid of $6. Again, we think that's a pretty fair price. Normally this is about $20 worth of books, $25 worth of books. All these books are in near mint condition. It is written by Dan Slott. I know that is Tyler Crone's one of his arch nemesis, because he is a huge Spider-Man fan. He feels like he did not do justice for that. And then on the bottom row, we have Batman Adventures. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So if you're interested in bidding, you just say that you want it at the bid that we're putting, and then if somebody wants it more than that, they would increase the bid by $1 or whatever they want to increase the bid by. Generally, it's increased by $1. So for the Batman Adventures, we have an opening bid of $20. That's generally what we ask for like the first issue. So that's a pretty fair price. This is based off of the animated series, one of the hallmarks of cartoons. Definitely a big driver for a lot of people who've gotten into comics since '93, I believe the series came out, '92, somewhere in there. Definitely has that animated look to it. Excellent series. The opening bid for the Batman Adventures is $20. So the Both of these are, like I said, pretty strong books. The She-Hulk collection, like I said, going to be on Disney Plus. Batman Adventures, they're getting ready to relaunch a new series with that one. Definitely some good stuff going on. So we will move on to the lot number 3. And just so you guys know, before we move on to lot number 3, just because we take the books down doesn't mean that that the bidding is necessarily over. You can continue to bid if you're interested in it. So let's move on to lot number 3. No. I am a person that cannot hide how I feel about things. No. And let us know what you guys think of the way the stream looks and everything. Like I said, I know that this is a little bit of there's going to be some hiccups in this first one. I have it loosely scripted. It's not quite as tightly scripted as future ones will be. I wanted to get an idea of what people were interested in. Let us know what you think of the look of the stream. Whether you have any suggestions. We're gonna have some props and stuff added in the future to go with the theme of it came from the back room. But if you guys have any other suggestions, definitely we want this to be kind of like a group effort. We want everybody to have like an opinion on a say on what goes on. So our third lot is a series of Death of Wolverine variants. So each one of these is separate. So we have Death of Wolverine number 1, the Hastings variant. We have a starting bid on that one of $5. We have the Alamo City variant. That's by Terry Dotson. That one we have a starting bid of $4 on. We have the Canadian Maple Leaf variant of number 1. That is a Steve McNiven cover, and we have an opening bid of $3 on that one. We have the Scotty Young variant of number 1. We have an opening bid of $3 on that one. We have the Hastings number 2 variant with a Greg Land cover. And then we also have, the opening bid on that one is $3. And then we also have the Maple Leaf Canadian variant of number 2, Steve McNiven cover with a $3 opening bid on that one also. This series took Wolverine off the table for the Marvel Universe for quite some time, about 6 years, I believe. In that time, X-23 took over as Wolverine. For the bids, they should be showing up in Facebook or on YouTube. Are they showing up on? So I don't think we have any bids yet. I'm just stating what our opening bids are. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I realized that after. I'm sorry about that, Chris. Yeah, I realized that after after we had started that I should do that. With the next one, I will definitely add the starting bids onto the text on the left-hand side there. Definitely a good suggestion. Definitely one we will take into consideration. So, for those of you who don't know, Hastings was a comic book store out in the Midwest. I believe they went out of business 3 years ago. They were one of the larger ones out in the Midwest. They had a lot of variant covers that people are definitely seeking. This mini-series, like I said, was very important. It took Wolverine off of the board in the Marvel Universe for like I said, 5 years or so. Chris Soule, or Charles Soule, Charles Soule had a good run on Daredevil as well. He's a very solid writer. He's also written a couple of novels that are very good that I've been reading. You might want to check those out as well. Steve McNiven, always a very solid artist. I've liked his stuff since he was at CrossGen. If you guys have never read any CrossGen stuff, I highly recommend that as well. These are some cool covers, though. Ones you don't necessarily see on a regular basis. If you're a Wolverine fan, these are definitely ones you may want to add to your collection. So let's move on to lot number 4. And just out of curiosity, would you guys like to see more Marvel, more DC, more independent, more recent, more like older stuff, variant covers? What are you guys most interested in? Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, Shirley, I'm going to look into the echo things. People were saying that they think it might be a microphone on the camera. I don't want to mess with the camera while we're in streaming, though, because I don't want to mess it off of the focus we have it on. Hopefully we can get that fixed with the next one, however. We definitely have some of the Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing. I think we have 1 through 10. I think we have 3 or 4 copies of each one of those. I have to find the boxes that they're in. I have like I said, we have like 500,000 comics in storage, and then like 125,000 in the store. But yeah, horror is definitely one of the big things right now. DC, I think you're going to like some of the stuff we have coming up on this stream then, Shelly. We have some cool stuff coming up. So let's move on to lot number 4. So hold on one second. So we accidentally put up lot number 5. Lot number 5 is so this is Son of Ambush Bug 1 through 6. The writer on that is Keith Giffen and Robert Lauren Fleming. Definitely some humor involved there. You might be interested in that one, Shelley, since you like some of the 80s DC stuff. This one is definitely more in the comedic vein. Number 3 is an awesome homage to the Flash of Two Worlds cover. The opening bid on that one is $3. Again, just to reiterate, for every 20 books that you win, the shipping would be $5. The bottom shelf is Man of Steel, the miniseries from 1986. There's going to be 12 lots, I think. 12 lots on this one, Tyler. So like I said, it should be about a 30 to 40 minute auction. So the Man of Steel miniseries is 1 through 6. That whole miniseries is written by John Byrne. It's drawn by John Byrne. In 1986, DC recruited him to come over to the company and revamp Superman, which was kind of waning at that point. Kind of leading into the Crisis on Infinite Earth sort of thing. Everything that was going on at that time. Restarting all the characters, getting back to their core. So all of these books are also in near mint condition for those that were asking. We're going to start the bid for that one at $5. So if you're interested in the John Byrne run, the original miniseries that he had for Superman, his take on Superman, how he redid the character, definitely a good pickup. Definitely some good reading for now that you have the time to read some of the older stuff. Let's see. So let's move back to lot number 4. So we're going to move on to lot number 4 now. So we're going to. So are there any particular characters you guys are interested in? Also, just out of curiosity. We know that Batman and Superman are probably going to be big ask for people. We definitely have a lot of stuff to showcase for that as well. So the next one, we have Wolverine number 10, the first appearance of Sabretooth in the Wolverine comic. No, you can bid as we go along, Shelley. We'll definitely make that clear. Harley Quinn, we definitely have a very good run of Harley Quinn. It won't be in this auction, but it'll probably be in the next one or the one after that. We've been bagging and boarding comics almost non-stop for the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks. We've come across a lot of things that we forgot we had. Harley Quinn is definitely one that we had in the collection I had bought fairly recently also. So we have Wolverine number 10. Written by Chris Claremont, artist was John Buscema, cover by Barry Windsor Smith, first appearance of Silver Fox as well. We're going to do an opening. We have this one normally marked at $30. We're going to do an opening bid on that one of $10. But to answer your question, Shelley, what we want people to do is just say whichever title they were interested in and then their bid. If you need me to tell you what the opening bid on one was again, just ask and I can tell you what it was. That's why I think one of the suggestions that both Tyler and Chris had said was put the opening bid on the screen. That will be something we do in the future. If you're interested in Spawn, we will definitely have Spawn on the next one or the one after that also. That was also in the collection we just bought. It was in the 100s, I believe. Was what that collection had. We have a couple that we're going to send off to get graded as well. I know we have a lot of the homage covers. As a matter of fact, I think we have all the homage covers from the 200s. So that one's definitely going to be pretty cool. We know there's a lot of Spawn fans out there right now. Batman, that was a collection I just bought as well. It has a lot of the 1990s all the way through mid 2000s, I want to say. One of the highlights out of that collection was also Batman or Detective 880. We sent that one off to be graded. So once that one comes back, we'll definitely have that one on here as well. That's the one with the cool jock cover with the Batman's making up Joker. Definitely an awesome iconic cover. As I said, we also have the Swamp Thing. We won't have any slabs in this particular one. Again, I just wanted to get the basics down for this one, get our format down. We will definitely have slabs in the future. Definitely check out our eBay store as well, though. We have almost all of our slabs up on there. In terms of auction prices, I don't know whether we'll do auctions or not on those. We'll definitely do at least our normal prices, maybe knock off like 20% or so, but for the most part, it'll probably be set prices on those. So then on the bottom shelf, we have the Deadline 1 through 4 miniseries. The writer for that was Bill Roseman. The artist was Guy Davis. Covers by Greg Horn. Greg Horn can definitely do some awesome covers. I'm sure you guys have seen his stuff over the course of the years. He also did the She-Hulk ones from earlier. So this one was about an investigative reporter, kind of like in the same sort of vein as like Jessica Jones. Definitely a good read. At least I enjoyed it. At least I enjoyed obviously, it. Everybody's taste differ for what they're interested in. I thought it was definitely a good book. Though. I thought it was definitely a good book, though. All right, so let's move on. To lot number 6. But yeah, we are getting ready to send off another huge amount of books to get graded as well. So we'll probably get those back within 3 weeks. Some 60s Marvel, some key books. Like I said, that Detective 880 will hopefully be back sometime within the next 2 weeks or so also. That one's just a really, really iconic cover at this point. So for slabs, was there any particular thing you guys and gals were looking for in terms of that? Were you looking more for just keys or? All right. So our next lot. We have 3 lots. For this one, we have Amazon's Attack 1 through 6. Our opening bid for that one is $3. The ones below that, we have World of Smallville 1 through 4. That one. Gotcha, Chris. Yeah, like I said, the Spawn homage covers, like I said, those will definitely be graded just because I know that I'm 100% sure they'll come back as 9/8s. So I know that they sell pretty well. So on the bottom shelf, we have World of Smallville 1 through 4. John Byrne, again, this was his rewriting of the Superman mythos. Kind of working it into the heavily continuity-driven DC at that point, as they got rid of all the multiple Earths, made it into one streamlined continuity, trying to make everything work out. We also have 1 through 4 of the World of Metropolis. Each one of those, we will do a starting bid of $2. Like I said, some good reads. Definitely catch up on some John Byrne stuff if you were a fan of X-Men. You know what he does. Definitely an iconic, legendary artist. One that people have followed a lot over the years. Not much else to say about those. So let's move on to lot number 7. And also, for those of you who don't know, you can go to brainstormcomics.com. At the top of the screen, you can go to store and see what we have in inventory. I haven't added the graded books into the inventory there yet. That is something that I will be working on this week, though. But we do have. It's $2 for the lot, Shelly, for the opening bid. Like I said, if you're interested in placing a bid, just say the title and the bid that you're placing. Yeah, I wanted to do those mini-series as like holes. I didn't want people to like go, oh, I want number 1, not number 3. We just wanted it to make it flow a little bit easier on that one, Shelly. And like I said, we'll learn from our mistakes on this one. Like I said, I knew there were going to be some hiccups as we did this. Sounds good, Shelley. So we have a bid of $2 on Smallville and $2 on Metropolis. So our next series of books that we have up here. Lone Wolf 2100, 1 through 7, and the one shot of Red File. I really enjoyed this Lone Wolf 2100 series when it came out. Basically, there's this virus that's going around killing people. I know it's definitely apropos right now. And this cyborg type character is assigned to protect this child. I like the art in it. I like the storyline in it. I definitely felt like it was very well done. I will say that the Red File one shot is damaged a little bit. It's got a bend in the bottom part of the book. These are near mint copies. We'll do an opening bid of $5 for those. If you like Lone Wolf and Cub, it's kind of, well, it definitely is kind of, it's spun off, well, not spun off from that, but it's in that same vein. Kind of like a post-apocalyptic world. Dark Horse put it out. Like I said, I really enjoyed it when it came out. And then on the bottom shelf, we have Daredevil 1 through 8 from 1998, Volume 2. This was written by Kevin Smith. This was a real game changer for the Marvel Universe. It definitely launched the career, the executive career of Joe Quesada, because he was using his connections to get people to come into the Marvel fold. With what he did with the Marvel Knights line, he was promoted almost immediately. He had a great impact on what was being done. He came up with all these big crossover events. Which became, I know some people don't like that they became a yearly thing, and they feel like they kind of took away from the storylines after a while. But at that time period, a couple years after that, when he became editor-in-chief, they were really well done, and they had these writers' workshops where they kind of mapped out the Marvel Universe and the impact it would have on the different titles. So like I said, this is an iconic series, not just for Kevin Smith coming on board and writing it, but for the impact it had on Joe Quesada's career. He was also the artist on it. This is the entire first storyline. Daredevil also had followed it up with David Mack on the series, and then Brian Michael Bendis, and then Ed Brubaker. Daredevil just had a really good run at that time period for like 10 years, and a really awesome run. So that's enough of me about rambling about it. We're going to do an opening bid of $20 for those 8 issues. Definitely a steal for these. It's in near mint condition. A great read if you've never read it. That whole volume of Daredevil, the second series, you can't go wrong with any of the books in that series. It was just really, really well done. For those of you who don't see, Shelley has a bid of $5 for the Man of Steel, $3 for Ambush Bug, $2 for Smallville and Metropolis. We will be moving on to lot number 8. Definitely hang around, guys, because like I said, we're going to be playing Let's Make a Deal. Since this first one isn't, we don't have as many bids as we were expecting. That's okay. I think what we'll do is we'll just choose random names to play Let's Make a Deal with. For anybody who's interested, like I said, because we still do have to charge like the $5 shipping. And we do have some older stuff coming up at the end of the auction as well, so definitely keep an eye out for those. We still have a couple more lots before we get to that, though. So we are on lot number 8.
So we are on lot number 8.
So on the top shelf we have Wolverine Origin.
We have Wolverine Origin.
So we have a bid of $7 on Man of Steel.
$7 on Man of Steel.
That's by Tyler. On the top shelf for this lot, we have Wolverine Origin 1 through 6. This was written by Paul Jenkins. At this point, it had been 30 some years at this point that people have been clamoring for, where did Wolverine come from? What's his backstory? He had been a very mysterious character. Nobody really wanted to dive into it. This was one of Joe Quesada's projects as well. He wanted to establish what the origin was. Now, he actually had... A lot of people argue that was not a good idea because it took away the mysterious factor of the character. The reason he did it, though, and he even stated it in interviews, was he didn't want the Marvel Cinematic Universe, before the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he didn't want the Fox people to write an origin for Wolverine, because then that would become what people knew and associated with the character. So he definitely had good intentions with it. And it was a really good story also, I thought. This was written by Paul Jenkins, art by Andy Kubert, cover by Joe Quesada. This is for the full 6 issues. We're going to do an opening bid of $15 on that one. Like I said, just a really iconic series, very important series in the Wolverine mythos. If you're a Wolverine fan, it's definitely a must-have. Also, Tyler has put in a bid of $3 a piece on Metropolis and Smallville. So, like I said, if you're a Wolverine fan, Wolverine Origin is definitely a must-read. Definitely one that you need to have in your collection if you're a Wolverine fan. On shelf number 2, we have Howard the Duck, the movie adaptation. This was written by Danny Fingeroth with art by Kyle Baker. Slightly different style than what you may be accustomed to for Kyle Baker. Howard the Duck definitely has some cultural impressions with the movie and everything. For those of you who don't know the backstory to Howard the Duck, definitely some awesome stuff with Steve Gerber. I recommend you read that. If I go into it, I'll go off for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We don't have that kind of time right now. Maybe we'll do a podcast or something like that where we talk about it. But that one, we'll do an opening bid for that one of $5. It's a complete 3-issue miniseries. Let's see. So if you're a Howard the Duck fan, definitely something you may want to check out. We have $8 on Man of Steel now. And let's move on to lot number 9. And Shelley has put in a bid of $8 on Man of Steel and $4 a piece on Smallville and Metropolis. And like I said, guys, I apologize for the hiccups here and there. I apologize for the echo. I hope to have that fixed for our next one. It's going to be a learning experience for me. This is the first one that I've ever done like this, so hopefully you bear with us. So our lot number 9. Top shelf is the miniseries of 52 Aftermath, The Four Horsemen. It is issues 1 through 6. That is written by Keith Giffen, art by Pat Olliffe, covers by Ethan Van Sciver. The 52 Aftermath obviously ties into the series 52. This one is about the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman come together to stop them. For that miniseries, we'll start the bidding at $4. And then on the shelf below that, we have two separate items for auction. The first one is Batgirl #1. This is the first series from 2000. The writer was Kelly Puckett and Scott Peterson. The artist was Damian Scott and Robert Campanella. I've always been a fan of Damian Scott. He has a very unique style. Definitely works very well with like the teenage characters. I feel like he's kind of an underrated artist. We're gonna do an opening bid of $10 for the Batgirl #1. I think we normally have that one priced to like $20. So that one's actually a good deal also. If you're a Batgirl fan, Batman fan, a fan of the Batman family, this is definitely a key issue. And then next to it, we have Final Night Parallax. Final Night is one of my favorite miniseries. This is a one-shot that ties into it. We'll do an opening bid of $2 on that one. We have a bid of $4 for the Four Horsemen miniseries, and we have a bid of $10 for the Batgirl #1. I feel like Parallax was a very good turn for Hal Jordan. I feel like it made him more relevant. I feel like it made him into a far more interesting character. For those of you who don't know, Hal Jordan went crazy after unsuccessfully protecting Coast City. As a result, he collected all of the power rings of the Green Lanterns. He used all that power to wipe out the Guardians, wipe out all the Green Lanterns. He was going to restart time in 0 hour to fix all the mistakes that had ever happened. It was just a very tragic story. I felt like it added like a whole new nuance to the character. As much as I love Jeff Johns, I feel like the one mistake he ever made was Green Lantern Rebirth, where he kind of like absolved Hal Jordan of his mistakes. I feel like he worked much better as a villain. But this one shot, like I said, ties into Final Night. Definitely, if you guys are into DC and have never read from the death of Superman onwards, like the impact that had on the Green Lantern characters, you're missing out. Like Hal Jordan had a 10-year arc where it was just amazing. It was incredible. Every step of his transformation felt like organic, and that it was important. So let's move on to lot number 10. In case you guys can't tell, I really did love that period for Green Lantern. It was. I started in the comic with the death of Superman, and then when Coast City was destroyed, like everything that followed was just so good. Like I said, it led into 0 hour, and I can't even vocalize how much I love that series. So our next two lots. So we have The Spirit, Will Eisner's The Spirit, The New Adventures, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5. Alan Moore, Neil Gaiman, Paul Chadwick all contributed to that series. Artists Dave Gibbons, Will Eisner, Eddie Campbell, Carlos Ezquerra, and Paul Chadwick also contributed to the art as well. Will Eisner definitely had a huge impact on the comic world. His layout's still very impressive. I mean, it's hard to encapsulate everything that Will Eisner has contributed to the comic book industry. Truly one of the all-time greats. If there was a comic book Mount Rushmore, he would be first and foremost up there. We're going to start the opening bid for this at $4, $1 a book. If you're not familiar with the Spirit, definitely it had impact on Batman, like all these characters. I don't know. It's hard to understate the impact of the character. So then on the bottom shelf, we have Daredevil, The Man Without Fear miniseries, 1 through 5. Now these are pretty much reader copies. Number 1 and number 5 have some serious tick marks in the binding. But as reader copies, these are ones that you can get the story out of and not have to pay like a huge amount for. We're going to do an opening bid of $3 for this one. Frank Miller was the writer. John Romita Jr. was the artist. People know me personally. I'm not a huge fan of John Romita Jr. But he's definitely worked on some key books for both Marvel and DC at this point. It's hard to downplay his contributions to both companies. Frank Miller totally changed Batman, Daredevil, again, Sin City. His contributions to comics as well. This miniseries is one that is a must read. This came out in '92, I want to say '93. As you can tell by the foil covers, always a good indicator that's from the '90s. Again, well, the '90s have like kind of a stigma attached to it because of that. The writing on this one was pretty good. Definitely, Frank Miller's always associated with the Daredevil character. I forget whether I said the opening bid on this one. If I didn't, the opening bid on that one is $3. All right, so we will move on to lot number 11. So we've seen Spawn listed as one of the ones that you guys would like to see for independent. Are there any other independent comics that you guys would like to see as well? I know we have a lot of Valiant stuff. I know we have a lot of 90s Image. We have a lot of 80s independent stuff also. Some of the stuff that you don't really see that often, despite the growth of independent books during the 1980s, the black and white books. And I know we've gone a little bit longer than what we had intended to. I'm sorry about that, guys. Invincible, yes. We will get to Invincible also, not today, but yes, I definitely have a lot of Invincible comics as well. Walking Dead, I have a lot of Walking Dead. I don't know whether we can get some interest in that, but I know that I have at least issues 9 through 193. I'm pretty sure I have all of those issues. So here we have some of the older stuff that we were talking about earlier. So we have Green Lantern, number 67. This is the from the first series, 1969. The writer is Gardner Fox. The artist is Dick Dillon. And we'll do an opening bid of $7 on that one. Then in the middle, we have Superman 167, also from the first series. That is from 1964. The writer on that one was Edmund Hamilton and Cary Bates, with the artist being Kurt Swan. We'll do an opening bid of $5 on that one. And then we have Adam number 6. This is from 1963. The writer was Gardner Fox, and the artist was Gil Kane. We will do an opening bid of $5 on that one as well. The 1960s books. DC had some incredible covers from this period. I know Marvel gets all of the acclaim. Mostly because they were the young upstart. They changed the way the stories were being told and all of that. But DC, like their covers, especially if you get ones with that are higher grade. Just the way that the colors jump off the book. Even the books today can't match just the colors, the vibrant colors that were used back then. It's just a totally different type of book. The art is just far more. And give us 1 second, guys. Our battery has gone dead, so I will be flipping out the battery. And I apologize for that. I thought I had put a fresh battery in before we got started. We're back, Chris. Like I said, hiccups were to be expected. So let's see. So that's pretty much all I have to say about those. Like I said, some amazing covers. Even if you guys aren't interested in the older stuff, definitely go back and just look at those covers. You see a lot of homages to them at this point. And there's a reason for that. It's just more iconic, I think, than some of the stuff today. Again, not that today's stuff is bad, but it's just, I don't know. I just like the colors and stuff back then, I think. Alright, let's move on to the next lot. And just to reiterate, it looks like Shelley is still the high bid on Man of Steel at $8. She's also bid $4 a piece on Smallville and Metropolis. And $4 for the Four Horsemen miniseries and $10 for the Batgirl. So we are moving to our last lot. So we have Amazing Spider-Man number 127, the first appearance of the third Vulture. The writer is Jerry Conway. The artist is Ross Andrew. We're going to do an opening bid of $5 on that one. Shelley, not to tempt you into further spending, but we also the middle book there is Legion of Superheroes number 1 from 1973. It is reprint material, but it is the first series of Legion of Superheroes. It's from 1973. The the writer is Otto Bender. The artist is Jim Mooney. Awesome cover by Kurt Swan. Legion of Superheroes definitely has a huge following out there, huge cult following out there. People are very excited about the new series that Bendis is writing. Tyler has upped his bid on Smallville and Metropolis to $5. And then the last book out there that we have is Wonder Woman number 62. This is the Pizza Hut Collector's reprint edition from 1977. A cool way to get that book without dropping hundreds of dollars. Wonder Woman's always a very interesting character. Oh, sorry, I need to go back to Legion of Superheroes. I don't think I gave the opening bid on that one. For the opening bid, we'll do $5 on that one. And then for the Wonder Woman one, we will do $5 on that one as well. So looking at the views for today, it looks like we failed to meet the 50 viewers, but don't worry, we will keep that up as an incentive for future live streams where we can hopefully encourage people to watch more, do more bidding and everything. Like I said, we expected this one to be a little bit slower. Just because we were working out some kinks, and we also didn't give as much advance notice on it as we maybe should have. So just to reiterate, right now we have a high bid of $5 a piece on Smallville and Metropolis. We have $3. Legion of Superheroes is number one from 1973. It's reprint stuff from like earlier comics, I believe. I'd have to look into that, but I'm pretty sure it's reprint stuff from earlier adventures. But it is a first print, I guess. So Shelley has a bid of $5 for Legion of Superheroes. She has an $8 bid on Man of Steel. Like I said, Tyler has the high bid on Smallville and Metropolis at $5. Let's see. So that's where we are for that. So now it's time to play. Let's make a deal. We will play with Shelley, Tyler, and Chris, since Chris has made the most comments. We'll throw you in as the third participant there. Give me 1 second while we get the Let's Make a Deal books up and running here. Hopefully, I didn't bother you guys too much with the stream this time. As I said, we will improve as we go along. So, since Shelley has the most bids in, we will start with her. I don't know whether you can see it, Shelley. But we have 7 books turned. Oops, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm looking at the screen now. I'm waiting for it to catch up to me. Out of curiosity, do you guys? Tyler has upped his bid to $9 on Man of Steel, Shelley. Well, we'll get to that in a second, Chris. Do you guys? Okay, never mind. It looks like it is now up and running. So Shelley, I don't know whether you can see or not, but we have 7 books that are turned backwards. I will let you make your first choice. Of book number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So tell me which one you would like me to flip. As your bonus book. So basically, Chris. I'm going to be offering them. I'm going to flip the book that they want me to flip first, and then I will make her an offer. I will flip another book, or I'll choose 2 of the other books and make her an offer. See whether she wants to change it out. She chooses book number 3. Sorry, it looks like we have a little bit of a lag. On the screen. So I flipped book number 3. Shelley, you'll see that here in a couple of seconds, hopefully. The book that I flipped over was Marvel Comics number 1000. I will give you the opportunity to either pass that book to either Tyler or Chris, or keep it for yourself. So just to reiterate, either you can keep Marvel 1000 for yourself, or you can pass it to either Tyler. Who do you want to pass it to, Shelley? And hopefully we can fix the lag a little bit on the next one. So it'll run a little bit smoother. All right, Tyler. She is passing that one to you. We will come back to you in a second. So we will move on to Tyler. We'll come back to Shelley. So you have one more choice. So you have now 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Which number would you like to flip? I know you're a big DC person. I figured you were going to pass the Marvel 1000. Number 4. Number 4 is incoming number 1. Do you want to keep that one, or do you want to pass it, Shelley? For those of you who don't know, Incoming set up the big Marvel event for this year. The Kree, the Skrull, War. It's going to involve Hulkling as well. It was supposed to be Shelley. We'll come to you next year, Tyler. But the incoming book, like I said, sets up the Marvel events for this year. Big war going on. Oh, you're fine, Tyler. I'll make it clear next time how this is going to work. And who do you want to pass it to, Shelley? I just wanted to make sure people got some bonus books also. Like I said, we want to keep it as fun as possible. It is. Chris is the other person.
Chris is the other person.
And also, I wanted to say, if anybody's interested, I'm looking for somebody to co-host this with me, because talking for an hour or 2 hours is going to be hard on me. So she passes the other one to Chris. All right, and then we will give Shelly one more choice. You have 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7 left.
5, 6, and 7 left.
But like I said, if anybody's interested in co-hosting with me, there's a lot of ideas I have on how to make this flow better, also be more like a TV show, more entertaining. That is not me. So I can talk comics, but I do not like being on camera. I do not like being on audio. But all right, Shelly chooses number 6. That is Resistance number 1. There's a new comic book company called AWA out, written by J. Michael Straczynski. This was a really good book. So since Shelly chose the first 3, I'm going to move on to Tyler. Tyler, you can either keep Marvel Comics Presents
number 1,
or I will offer you
number 1
and number 5. It is up to you as to whether you want to keep Marvel Comics 1000 or change it out.
1000 or change it out.
Like I said, I will offer you number 1 and number 5 for your Marvel Comics 1000.
Your Marvel Comics 1000.
Do you want to keep your Marvel 1000 or do you want to switch it out?
1000 or do you want to switch it out?
But going back to the co-host thing for a second, I'm looking for somebody with a big personality, somebody who loves to be very theatrical. Like I said, I have more than a couple ideas for some interesting things to do. All right, that's a little bit different than what I wanted to do, but I'll let you do that, Tyler. You want to switch out number? You want to switch out number? You want to switch out your Marvel Comics Presents for number 7? Deadpool number 5, the Garbage Pail Kid variant. So we will move Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics over to 1000 to Chris. And then I will go to Chris, and I will say, do you want to keep those 2 books, or I will offer you book number 5.
Book number 5.
And like I said, I'm hoping to fix the lag and stuff.
I'm hoping to fix the lag and stuff on this one to make it run a little bit smoother.
You're going to trade them in for book number 5.
So we will move the other 2 books up to you, Shelley. They came back to you after
Outlawed number 1 is what's behind number 5. My business partner has had a chance to read that one. I still haven't had a chance to read it. She says this is an amazing read. Definitely one that you guys will want to check out. If you like Civil War, this is that, but with the younger superheroes of the Marvel Universe. Definitely one you guys may want to check out. Thankfully, Jason, thank you.
Jason, thank you.
Thank you for that. We will definitely work on that.
Thank you for that. We will definitely work on
thank
that.
you for coming by and looking at it tomorrow.
Thank you. For
All right, Shelly. So you have 3 books in your stack.
So you have 3 books in your stack.
You have
Marvel Comics
Incoming, 1000, and The Resistance. I will allow you to trade those out for number 1 and 2 if you like, or keep the books that you have.
Or keep the books that you have.
Yeah, I know I'm going to have to change a couple things also, Jason.
I know I'm going to have to change a couple things
like I said, I'm going to have to script it. I didn't want to script it. I prefer to keep it like ad-lib, but I think it'll be better if I
think it'll be better
script it a little bit stronger next time.
Script it a little bit stronger next time.
Trade for 1 and 2.
Trade for 1 and 2.
So you have it's a different cover of Marvel 1000 and a variant cover of Incoming number 1.
And then we will take these books.
And we will switch them. We will give Tyler Resistance number 1 and Marvel Comics 1000 to Tyler, and we'll also give Incoming number 1 to Chris. For everybody who won a bid, let me go over that one more time. Tyler has the high bid on Man of Steel at $9. And it looks like Shelly was the one who had the high bid on all the rest. If you can either message our Facebook, or email us at brainstormcomics@verizon.net. Again, that is brainstormcomics@verizon.net. Just send us your phone number so we can give you a call. And then we'll set up however you want to pay it. You can either pay by credit card over the phone, or we can do PayPal. However you guys want to do it. We're pretty open with that. If you, Chris, are interested in those 2 books, I'm pretty sure I can do the shipping on those for I think like $3. It shouldn't be more than that. The first couple lots were not DC. I don't believe. I think it was Marvel at first. Let's go back and check. Yeah, the first one was Daredevil Yellow 1 through 6 and Hulk Gray 1 through 6. And She-Hulk, and then Batman Adventures 1 through 10. Minus issue 3. Let's see. Sorry, Tyler. And Son of Ambush Bug was on there also. So Tyler has the high bid on Smallville and Metropolis at $5, and he has the high bid on Man of Steel at $9. If you guys prefer, you can also set them in your box and you can pay for them when the stores reopen. Hopefully, Hogan will allow us to do that this week or next week. I know that's what they are talking about. Also, good news: new books start shipping next Wednesday, or start coming in next Wednesday. So we'll have some new books for you guys. Like I said, you guys can either pay PayPal, you guys can call the store tomorrow. I will be in the Walkersville store from noon until 5, so you can call us at 301-304-2407. Thank you all for showing up. Like I said, this was mostly a test case to see the interest in what we were doing, like whether we could get people to show up. Everything you guys help us out with, we greatly appreciate. I also want to throw out there, thank you to Jason Ashmore for helping me set up the computer program, setting up the computer all together. I also wanted to thank Luis Zuniga. former employee, definitely helped me out figuring out how to get this all look very professional, or at least as professional as I have it at this point. It will get better as we go along. It's definitely no fault of his. It's mine. I am a technophobe. At least when it comes to stuff like this. We will get better as we go along. I also wanted to thank Ryan English. Ryan helped me out a lot also. We just have a lot of contributors all around. I also want to throw out a thank you to Jeremiah Clark for the awesome artwork he did for It Came From the Back Room and Let's Make a Deal. Like I said, everything that everybody helps us with is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for showing up, and hopefully we'll do this again within the next couple of days. Hopefully it'll run a little bit smoother. And just thank you guys again. Have a good day.